You all right, soldier?
Yes, sir. Whoever said a dog is man's best friend sure knew what he was talking about.
That Apache wouldn't agree. Take care of him, O'Hara. Call off your dog, Rusty.
Sure, Lieutenant. Rin Tin Tin dismissed. Good boy, Rennie. But you gotta be more careful who you're going around chewing on. Apaches are poison.
Well, I hope that dispatch you're carrying was important enough to risk your neck for.
I wouldn't know, sir. It's addressed to Major Swanson.
Well, maybe it'll explain what these Apaches were up to. In fact, I only know one Apache crazy mad enough to pull a stunt like this, right at the gates of an army post.
But, sir, would he lead his men this far north?
He'd lead them into the White House, soldier, if he felt like it.
Who, Lieutenant?
Geronimo.
Geronimo?
Who is your chief?
White soldier speak much brave. When Apache no use hands. I, Zorak, say this. I have no talk for coward white men who let dog do his fighting.
Then I, Masters, speak this. You're free to go and tell me nothing. If I can't whip an Apache by myself. Hold Rennie back, Rusty.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant.
Let him go.
Brave warrior, worthy enemy. Me, Zorak, blood brother to Geronimo, who soon come to save blood brother from White Eyes.
Good, we'll have a party when he comes. Let's get into the fort.
Gee, you're swell, Lieutenant.
You and Rennie weren't so bad yourselves.
Why didn't I get this sooner?
I was delayed, sir. Apaches were trailing me. I had to move by night.
Dismissed.
What is it, sir? Geronimo?
Worse. Colonel Barker is coming to inspect the post.
Barker?
The last time I saw him, I got 7 days in the guardhouse because my boots weren't shined.
He's a great soldier, O'Hara.
Yes, sir. That explains why Geronimo's in the territory, sir. You know, he's never forgotten that beating Colonel Barker gave him at the Rio Grande.
Great jumping Jehoshaphat. We'll all be drawn and quartered, sir.
What are you talking about now, O'Hara?
Rusty and Rin Tin Tin. What happens when Colonel Barker finds them here on the post?
O'Hara's right, sir. It's strictly against regulations.
He'll never understand about those two. Why they came here in the first place and why we let them stay on.
Well, maybe he would, sir. Maybe if we told him how we found them 3 years ago. Just a pair of babes in arms. The only thing left living after that wagon train massacre, sir. Just 2 little orphans.
Stop it, O'Hara. You're breaking my heart.
Maybe if we told him how we reared them, nursed them, fed Rinty out of a bottle.
O'Hara.
Yes, sir?
Colonel Barker is not a sentimental man.
No, sir.
You'll have to get that dog and that boy out of Fort Apache until Barker's gone.
Yes, sir, but how, sir?
You'll devise ways and means.
Yes, ways and means, yes, sir.
And, Lieutenant, make certain that Sergeant O'Hara carries out his orders with a minimum of poetry and tears.
Yes, sir. How long do we have, sir?
And I should have gotten that dispatch 2 days ago. As it is, Colonel Barker will be here today.
Oh.
That's all?
Yes, sir.
Now, Lieutenant, prepare the men for a spit and polish inspection.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Rin Tin Tin, attention! You're all ready! Detail, all! Above, five! Forward, march! Detail, hold! Attention! Detail, 10-minute break.
But how am I going to get rid of Rusty and Rin 1010?
Major Swanson doesn't care how you do it, just so you do it.
But I just can't take them out and dump them someplace.
You heard the order, Sergeant. Get that boy and that dog out of Fort Apache. Snap into it.
Yes, sir. All righty! All righty!
If I hadn't heard it, I never would have believed it.
All right!
Would you really? What have we done to make them kick us off the post? Aren't we good soldiers? Don't we do our duty? Our two best friends, Rip and O'Hara, kicking us out. Where could we go? We don't know any place for Apache. We'll hide out. That's what we'll do. We'll sneak food out of the mess hall and just hang around out of sight until we're old enough to enlist. Then they can't kick us out. Come on, Vinny.
All righty! All righty! All righty! Rusty!
O'Hara! Haven't you hidden Rusty and Rennie yet?
Hidden them? I can't even find them, sir.
You can't find them. O'Hara, sometimes I... Oh, never mind.
Rusty! Rusty! Rennie!
Rennie! Rennie! Rusty!
With Geronimo on the loose, you think soldiers would have more...
In there and why you don't come when you're called? Did you hear us?
We heard you, and we heard you and O'Hara figuring out how you were going to get rid of us.
Oh, you heard it all wrong, Rusty. Now, that's what happens when you only hear one side of a story.
And you weren't going to kick us out?
Of course not. You see, Colonel Barker's coming to inspect the post, and he wouldn't like it if he found a boy and a dog here. We just wanted to keep you out of his sight. Then we could keep you here with us forever.
Oh, Rip!
Lieutenant Masters! Lieutenant, Colonel Barker's party is approaching the fort.
Now, you do have to hide, Rusty, both of you. Now, stay out of his way.
That's an order, soldier.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant?
Drop! Yes! Men!
Major, your men look like soldiers and act like soldiers.
Well, thank you, Colonel.
With the exception of that fellow whose indifferently polished belt buckle is a disgrace to the profession of soldiery. I suggest you make an example of him. 7 days in the guardhouse.
Yes, sir.
Discipline makes men, men make soldiers.
Yes, sir.
I think I'll inspect the stables first.
Get Rusty and Rennie out of that stable.
Yes, sir. Right away. Now, Sergeant O'Hara. Am I out of my mind, or was Sergeant O'Hara behind me?
I don't see him, sir.
Neither do I. That's very strange.
Yes, sir.
Rusty, ready. Barker's coming. Let's get to the barracks. On the double, boy.
Come on, Rennie.
Come on, come on, Rennie. Come on, hurry up. Come on, come on.
Wouldn't you prefer to inspect the enlisted men's barracks first?
Very good, Major.
Carry on with your other duties, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
7 days in the guardhouse for a dirty belt buckle. For what I'm doing, life.
Ready. Attention.
Well. Sergeant O'Hara, the vanishing Irishman.
Beg pardon, sir?
You appear and disappear so easily, you should be a very difficult target for Geronimo to hit.
Thank you, sir.
Your attention, Sergeant!
Yes, sir.
I have never seen such a flagrant case of disrespect to a superior officer. Why, Private O'Hara, why did you sit down?
Well, sir, you see, sir, my feet hurt, sir.
His feet hurt. Really, Major, this man is an absolute moron. What was that, O'Hara?
I must have caught cold, sir.
Is your footlocker as empty as your head, O'Hara?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Open it up, O'Hara. This should prove most interesting. Open it up.
Yes, sir.
Colonel Barker.
Yes, Lieutenant?
3 of Geronimo's braves have entered the fort under a flag of truce, sir. They want to speak to you at once, sir.
Very well. I'll deal with you later.
Where's Rusty?
That was close.
Too close. Where's Rennie? O'Hara?
O'Hara was a hero, Lieutenant. He fought a delaying action all by himself against terrible odds.
Well, all right. Now you better retreat. Look, take Rusty and Rin off the post. They can stay with Corporal Dolan's family at Salt River till Barker's gone.
Yes, sir.
Come to think of it, you better stay there yourself.
Yes, sir. Come on, Rennie.
Speak.
These are the words of Geronimo. You will release his blood brother Zorak. For while his blood brother is captive, Geronimo's soul is not free.
If Geronimo wants Zorak, let him come to Fort Apache and smoke the pipe of peace.
Geronimo will meet you and 5 of your soldiers at Split Rock before the sun leaves the sky. If his blood brother is with you, Geronimo will smoke the pipe of peace. What do you think?
Could be a trap, sir. Geronimo still wants your scalp.
On the other hand, it might be worth taking a chance, just to rid the territory of that old cutthroat. It is agreed.
Colonel Barker.
I don't know. Here, have a drink. But I'd rather face an Apache any day than him.
We'll be safe in Salt River.
Yeah, it's only an hour's ride after we get to Split Rock.
How far Split Rock?
We ought to see it right after we get around the next bend.
Look, O'Hara. There's Split Rock.
Yeah.
It's the devil dog that captured Zorak.
Copy. Can
not betray our positions for a man, a boy, and a dog.
There's Split Rock up ahead, Colonel. We await the command of Geronimo.
Geronimo has waited a long time for this day when Colonel Barker dies.
There's Colonel Barker. Let's get out of here.
Wait a minute. Look at Rennie. Something's wrong.
I'll say it is. If the Colonel finds you and Rennie with me, we're in trouble.
It's worse than that.
What?
Look.
Apaches.
They're all around us.
Let us not wait too long.
We must not risk the death of my blood brother. Let them come closer.
It's an ambush.
They've seen us.
Why don't they shoot?
They don't want us. They want Colonel Barker.
We gotta warn him.
No. If we take a shot, the Apaches will start shooting. There's only 6 men down there. They couldn't stand off an attack.
Rennie can get to Fort Apache.
Yeah. And we can get to Colonel Barker. Maybe.
Rennie, listen. Go get Masters. Bring him here, Rennie. Bring Masters here.
It's now or never, Rusty.
Yo, Rennie!
Hot call! What in thunder, O'Hara and the small boy? Cover them. O'Hara, what's all this about? Who's that boy?
It's a long story, sir.
Well, don't tell it now. We won't live long enough to hear about it. Lieutenant Masters, it's Rin 1010. Open the gate.
What is it, Rennie? What is it, Rennie?
All right, I understand. Something's wrong.
He'd never come back here that rough. He wants us to follow him.
Man on patrol!
Much longer.
Soldiers ought to be here pretty soon now, sir.
Soldiers? Where would they come from?
That's what I've been trying to tell you, sir.
Rin Tin Tin's coming for help.
Rin Tin Tin. Who is Rin Tin Tin?
What kind of an army is this, anyway? First, a boy warns us of an ambush, and then a dog leads a patrol to the rescue. How did he get here?
Colonel Barker, sir, meet Rin Tin Tin.
Geronimo has left the territory. Not because we beat him in a skirmish, but because we still hold Zorak as a hostage. Once again, the fighting Blue Devils of the 101st Cavalry are to be commended for bravery in action. However, I hold all you men responsible for breaking Army rules and conspiring to conceal evidence from a superior officer. I refer, of course, to the presence of a boy and a dog living on this post in direct violation of orders. Lieutenant Masters, bring the boy and the dog forward.
Rusty and Rin Tin Tin, front and center.
I am aware that without your heroic actions, the lives of myself, Major Swanson, and 4 other men would have been lost. However, there is no place on an Army post for civilians, however heroic. Therefore, from this day forward, you, Rusty, and you, Rin Tin Tin, are no longer civilians. Because of your extraordinary bravery and intelligence, you have earned the titles of Honorary Corporal Rusty and Honorary Private Rin Tin Tin, soldiers of the United States Cavalry. Your attention! Corporal Rusty,
Yes, sir?
you may dismiss the company.
Yes, sir. Company, yes, sir.
So you made corporal, huh?
You won't have to hide now, Rusty.
Carry on, soldiers.
For more action, thrills, and high adventure, be sure to join Rin Tin Tin, Rusty, and Lieutenant Rip Masters again next week, when Rin Tin Tin faces the fury of a wild stallion's flashing feet, rescues Rusty in a death-defying leap for life, only to be trapped by the terror of nature's most violent display of destruction as they fight the inferno of the flaming forest in another exciting story from The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin.